Hello and welcome to Roll for Sanity, where we become mythos investigators in the world of Call of Cthulhu role-playing. Today, we're flexing our art and craft skill to create a game planning calendar. A bit of a different video, but as I came back to role-playing, I tried to find a good calendar to keep track of the games and the dates I was using. In the end, I found it was the same cost to make my own calendar using images from Daz 3D Studio I use for the videos. Thanks to the explosion in AI and stock art, the resources for creators are out there so anyone can create good-looking images for their calendar, and I thought I'd share my creation process with you. We'll have to get technical, and we need to look at pixels, and then we'll take a look at pexels, and they're our own pictures. Looking at pixels then, long story short, what you see on your screen is a number of dots. You may know these as pixels, but what you may not know is that most screens have 72 of these pixels per inch of screen space, yet a printed page has 300 of these dots per inch. So a screen grab of an image you may want might not have enough of these DPI dots per inch to be of print resolution. How do we make a screen image with lots of DPI then? Well, we take a 4K image and cram it into the space meant for an HD image. Now, that's oversimplifying things, but what we take away here is that we want a nice 4K plus sized image to send to the printing services. Before we get going, in selecting our images, I would recommend that folks have a Google account because most of these sites that we're going to visit are all tied into Google. Nice and easy, so all you need to do is give them your Google account and they will let you use their services. I'll also be taking you to places that I've used in the creation process for the Roll for Sanity video. Some of these sites have worked for me and I hope they work for you. First up is the wonderful Pexels site, which is an image sharing site. So all these images have been created by other users like you and me, and they've submitted them here for others to use in their projects. They have a great selection and they are the nice and high resolution images that we need, so you can search for any type of images from space to adventure. Cotton Bros Studio is a great place to look as they have over 100,000 images, some arranged in great collections. Another place you can go is DeviantArt, where if you pop into the search bar the phrase free to use, you will see a number of images that kind creators have let folks like us download for our own projects. A lot of the folks are core members, which allows them to sell us nice big images that we want for our print resolution. Please support these creators as they do work hard and are struggling in the world of AI-based images. Now, this is the part of the video you may want to skip if you are not into AI. We're going to look at AI image creation tools. Whilst the folks at Pexels and DeviantArt provide us with their creations from their imaginations, if we want to create something ourselves, we can use one of the many free AI image creation websites that has brought us the creative abilities this year. If you're not familiar with these AI image creation tools, they use a text-to-image prompt to create images. So with this prompt, created this image. Here we do have Cthulhu as an Old West gambler with the playing cards, and we have the green-skinned elf barmaid, and behind them is a busy bar. Simple, right? No, this isn't the style I was after at all, or the composition. Other images I've made have that AI look that can be best described as looking as the airbrushed cover of a power metal album. But out of all the images I tried, this one was the best. If you have photosensitivity to flashing images, look away in a moment as I'll show you all the attempts I tried. Here we go. Okay, flashing over. The AI tools we have can create some surprising images, but I'd recommend the approach of thinking of a general scene you want to create rather than a specific scene and see what comes out. Also, write your prompts down so you can copy them across to the various sites. I put in this prompt and got these 4 images out. And I went with this one. I wasn't sure what I was going to get, but it came out great. If I'd have specifically tried to capture all of this, I probably wouldn't have got what I see. The free image generation sites I've had best results with start with DeviantArt. As well as the artist community, there is also an AI image creation feature. Sign up with your Google account and get 10 DreamUp credits per week. A nice feature here is the upscale option to give us those large print resolution images. Next one is FluxSnell, a really powerful learning database that generated some of the more relaxed image content that I had to blur in the Old West Cthulhu images, because you have to be careful with what you create, as some internet printing firms may not allow certain content. There are a good few Flux hosts, with almost one popping up every single week, so at the time of this video, take a look at ideogram.ai. One site that has given me the airbrushed AI look I wanted was the Daz Studio site. This is where I usually go for the 3D assets I've used in the videos, but they are exploring AI trained on the thousands of 3D assets they have. You can't use a Google account here, but Daz is pretty good at keeping emails to a minimum if you provide an email and password to sign in. Moving on to a paid site, the free ones I mentioned should be all you need, but I have a paid account with Envato Elements. Much as I hate to break it to you folks, I don't go out and film all those little clips for our videos. Not only do they have stock images, but they have an AI lab, which allows me to submit prompts for image creation. The creation process uses a number of platforms from which to make images. They can also upscale images to print resolution, and if you like one image you've created, you can use that as the base style for another image. Watch for their Black Friday sale if you want to join Envato Elements, as they do have some discounts towards the end of the year. You can use most of the images you create with the internet printing site straight away, but having been photo editing for more years than I care to admit, I always want to give an image a few tweaks. Again, if you're not a fan of AI or Adobe, feel free to skip this section. Photoshop's AI can be a bit hit and miss. It can't do people at all, but it can copy parts of an image very well. I thought I couldn't use this nymph image, but Photoshop was able to turn it from this into this. The generative fill function is fantastic, and having the ability to layer an item and use their templates to get the images right is very worthwhile. I should probably move over to Affinity, as they have been acquired by Canva, who make a lot of good tools for content creators, and Canva has just been acquired by Leonardo AI. But when I can start with an image like this, and take it to this, I'm happy for now. So now we have our final images in the correct size, we can go to our calendar making website. For me, I've used Photobox. They have a portal in the UK I can use, and they have the great designs that I'm after. In particular, I'm after this one that folds in the middle, so I can have the picture up top and the grid below. This is an A3 sized calendar, or 30 by 40 as you'll see on some dimensions. It's just a case of selecting the images I want to use and uploading them to a folder. Call this folder something obvious so you can find it when you come to create your project. Then just upload the files. I like Photobox because I can just drop the images I've uploaded onto the pages without anything else needed. I can add a date to the calendar, see what everything looks like in the right order, then it's a trip to the checkout. I'd say always use these sites when they have a discount, as the price can vary a lot. Remember, there will be a postage cost. But when it comes through and open it up, well, you can see I'm pretty happy with it, and it will help me keep track of my games in the coming year. So to round up, folks, I have a coffee, and if you would like the images I've used in my calendar and a few extras, I've put together an image pack. Buy me a coffee, and you can use these images to make your own calendar, mouse mat, or whatever you like. There is a link to the page in the description, and thanks in advance to any of you who get the pack. I'm not here to be rich or famous, but a coffee here and there is very much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and we'll roll for sanity again soon.